Hello, Michigan gardeners. This is Doug at Bozzard Family Farm. We're located on Verona Road, just outside of Marshall, Michigan. This is a reblooming iris called Clarence. It's a bluer iris, absolutely gorgeous. It will rebloom in September, October. Blooms right now, late May, and then again September, October. So it's like a 2-for-1. Love this iris. It's really pretty at this time of year. And then down here a little further, along the edging, that blue you can see is actually in the bachelor button family. It's a perennial bachelor button called Centaurea montana. And so it does seed around quite a bit in the garden. You'll see it as I go through the garden here today, showing you some of the color that we have. Behind that, the tallest structure that you see there, tallest plant that you see, is a lilac, bloomerang purple. And it's from Proven Winners. We planted that several years ago. It takes quite some time to reach that size. And it reblooms if we get cooler weather. If we get really hot in the summer, it doesn't rebloom. But if we get cooler weather, say in the fall, it will begin to rebloom again. And certainly if you're living in more northern areas of Michigan or Canada, you probably have a lot more success with it reblooming throughout the summer. Here we've got some Amsonia, blue star, very, very pretty flower. If I can get one, and you can see there, lots of stars. And it will turn a golden yellow, that foliage in the fall. So it's a real harbinger of the fall coming when you see that yellow, bright yellow color on the Amsonias. I'm going to take you around a couple other places in the garden. And see, the candy tuft is still putting on quite a show. It lasts for quite a while. And this is some allium called Mount Everest, which is in several places. So it's become a bit aggressive, but it dies right down. And then the other plants that are around it can take over once it's finished its kind of early spring, early summer kind of growing and putting up that flower. Up here, there's the catmint. Cats do like it, much like they like catnip. Not quite as much as they like catnip, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And when it's done doing the majority of its flowering in 2 or 3 weeks, I'll cut it right back to the ground and it'll put on another show later in the summer. The money plant, which I did the last video on, is starting to go by. So you can see the purple flowers remain, but here's the seed heads. And what they'll do is they'll dry, and it'll take a little work. You have to kind of get some of the seed coating off, and then you can make it into that shiny silver dollar looking dried flower that I showed you in that last video. But down here, again, what I mentioned in the last video, really the queen of the garden perennials are the peonies. And this is the first peony. This is a Japanese peony. So you can see, I can get you in focus here, that this is a single peony, not the full roughly one. You can really see into the center of this peony. This one's called Abalone Pearl, and it's just gorgeous. And it's got several more flowers to open yet, but a number of them have opened, and you can see that one. And then way over in the distance over there, hard to see, is one Scarlet O'Hara, which is opened. It's another single. It's a red, tough to see. Got some lupins that have started here, some Baptisia back here, and then a much darker iris here. It's called Black Magic. So absolutely beautiful there. And then another scene stealer right now are the Oriental poppies. They really love cooler weather. We're going to have a couple of cooler days. They're going to like that. Not a great cut flower, only lasts a couple days in the flower bouquet. Certainly, if you want that thrill for a day or for an event or something, it's notable and it's really pretty. It has that really dark center to it. So it's just striking. But really prefers cooler weather, and we're having a really warm day today. But there's a clump of them here. This guy kind of seated over here in the path that I'm walking on. But that's what's going on in the garden right now. You can see lots of peony buds here. There's a whitish one here, Festiva maxima, and then another Scarlet O'Hara in behind, and just peonies throughout the garden that are going to erupt any day now. And then Sweet Williams, we've got lots of Sweet Williams planted. So it really is a garden that we've kind of got for U-cut flowers. If you want to come and U-cut, we do $1 a stem on the larger things like peonies, 50 cents on things like bachelor buttons and Sweet Williams and smaller flowers like that. But lots of fun to go through the garden and look for things to cut and put into a bouquet. Coming up, so stay tuned. I'll do another video when we have a lot more peonies in flower. Take care, and I'll talk to you the next time.